One of the most important things a leader can do for their team is to be clear. What's the decision? Do they have your approval? What is the deadline? And so many leaders struggle with being clear in their emails, their Slacks, their team messages because they're worried about tone and perhaps sounding too direct. For me, the kindest thing an everyday leader can do is to be clear. Hi, I'm Deborah Holstein. I've been leading high-performing teams for over 15 years. I'm sharing my everyday leadership insights for all of the other perfectly imperfect, authentically human, everyday leaders looking for a little insight and inspiration today. We've all had the experience of receiving an email that is just paragraphs and paragraphs, and you're like, what is this, a graduate thesis paper or something? You get it, you put off reading it because who has the time? And even when you do try to read it, nothing sticks because it's just taking too much effort to parse out what's important. In this world of hybrid and remote work and teams distributed across different time zones, a leader's written communications have become much more important. And we all know that context and tone and meaning can be a little harder to convey in the written form. Because a lot of, when you're trying to communicate, a lot of what you're trying to convey comes through as you speak. They can see your expression, they can hear your tone. So what happens is that when writing, leaders overcompensate to try to communicate, warmth and positive intent by adding a lot more words. But all that's doing is actually frustrating your team because they have to work that much harder to understand what it is you're trying to say. So just remember that when you're a leader and you're trying to communicate something, being clear is the kindest thing you can do. You want to have simple declarative sentences. Don't over-explain. If they have questions, they will reach back out. Organize your written communications for skimming. Think bullet points, bolding, calling out action items. Absolutely no one is reading big, long paragraphs of text. And when you're communicating, you're the one trying to communicate, the onus is on you to make it easy for the other person to understand. And if you find yourself writing an essay, then the medium of communication, a written email or whatever, is just wrong. Find another way that's going to be more successful in communicating what you need to. And just remind yourself that being clear is kind. That is the best thing you can do for your team. Try it out. Let me know how it works. Please share your ideas for improving communications.